In the security environment, you have the Philippines, who is a leader in Southeast Asia, a true leader in Southeast Asia on rule of law issues. I mean, going to the International Tribunal along at the UN to challenge the Chinese on the 9-dash line was a very brave step by the Filipino government, by President Aquino and Secretary Del Rosario and the team that did that. So they have to be very much applauded, and that's exactly kind of the lane that U.S. policy is in.
Chinese scholars have openly admitted that China's just waiting for President Aquino, to step down and perhaps someone more conciliatory to China, someone they could talk to more, they'll deal with more. And we have some candidates who have actually voiced out wanting to improve relations with China. How would that affect at least Chinese-Philippine relations?
I mean, I think we're going to have to wait and see, but something that struck me in our discussions today is that we get the sense that there's a general consensus among the various candidates for the Philippine presidency that while some might have gradations of that whole issue, how much weight do we give to China, there's a comma after that, which is, and the policies that have been pursued by the Aquino administration on things like South China Sea largely need to be maintained.
Okay.
And I'm not sure we would have heard that, 10 years ago from a series of Filipino presidential candidates. So I think we can make the case that what's been happening with Chinese island building and some of the other issues has kind of shifted the debate here to some degree in such a way that I don't think it would be very difficult for a new Filipino president to make a radical policy shift, but I defer to Murray more on that.
No, I agree with my colleagues. I guess only thing I would add is, despite the dispute in the South China Sea, it really is possible for the Philippines to have some improving relations with China. I think the Philippines would like more investment, like more trade. And that's the U.S. is not requiring that everybody be totally monogamous. They are allowed.
Okay, you're allowed to join RCEP.
RCEP, you're allowed to have friendly relations with China. That it's not a mutually exclusive thing. The U.S. realizes that China has a lot of capital.
Right.
It has a lot of good things to offer, and I think the Philippines should feel free to explore those relationships.
Okay.
Within the context of the problems in the South China Sea, of course.